provoked me. I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it? It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. I'm not delusional. He's lucky to be alive. He almost died. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time. Now more of an enigmatic hub.
True.
And it would be very bad for me to lose control. The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state. You could smell it on his breath when he got close to him. He kept a bottle in his drawer. Such a kid.
Me too. Anyway.
Bring me from this madness. What do you think, Doctor? Can I be saved in therapy, or should I be locked up like a dangerous criminal?
It's too big a risk. Lock her away. Throw away the key. You cannot be saved. You should be locked up.
Disappointing.
Good for you.
Don't you want to try to make me better?
No.
At least Dr. Dekker gave it a shot. In his own way.
Well, like, someone else has tried. Doesn't. That's it. It's done. You've had your shot. Please vacate the premises. Right. So we're done with Claire. She doesn't want to talk to us anymore. Now we've got the boys left. We've got Bryce and Nathan. Which is possible. Dr. Dekker, if he was a big guy. Oh!
It's fucking...
Hi, Portal. Hey, Nicky Larson. How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing good. But I'm not Nick John Wick today. I'm Dr. Nick John Wick. As you can see, my hair's in the way. I'm a psychiatrist and I'm here to work a case. I've just taken on a position in a new practice, but my counterpart, who I took you over from, he's dead. Let's go! Let's go. He died. We don't know how yet. Don't know what he's like, if he's a big guy or not, but what we do know is he had a couple of secret relationships with the patients. A lot of people are suspicious, and that Claire, I don't think she did it. That's my tell on that one. We have a possible werewolf, and this angel of death woman, I think she's our highest suspect right now. Her. Let's go talk to Bryce. Hi Bryce. He looks really crazy. Let's say hello. Hi, how are you?
Slow down, Doctor. You don't have to ask me all the questions at once.
I asked you one question.
One at a time.
I asked you one question. I asked him one question. Anyway.
Originally, I was suffering with depression.
Depression.
Work was piling up.
Common.
I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Did anyone catch that? Ah! What about the heartbeat? I have a heart rate monitor on. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it. Down there. Have a heart rate monitor on. I keep forgetting to put it on, but you know it's there. God. Who are you? Let's start with that.
Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor.
Bryce
Do
Hemmings.
you know Dr. Dekker?
Yes, I did. I did. Why are you asking? Now that's a killer thing to do. Oh, fuck! Right. What I'm saying, Bryce, suspicious, they all are. They're all going to be, right? That's clear. Why is he the only person that has asked first about Dr. Dekker? Did you know Dr. Dekker? How did you know him? Technically I didn't know him, so I'm just going to say that.
He was an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
So he really has an issue with Dr. Dekker? Let's
I
ask.
didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now though, if you don't mind.
Oh God. Queen Lazy, thank you for that follow, welcome in. I'm not Nick John Wick today, I'm Dr. Nick John Wick. We're dealing with a murder. How you doing? How you doing? This Bryce guy, Let's ask.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do
Don't be
things I didn't
scared.
want to do.
I just want to play
He
a
was
game
getting
with
worse
you.
towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Look at his eyes there. Listen, let's look at one of these questions back. That one, I
I
think.
really like Dr. Dekker.
What's all that about?
Quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
So usually in psychology, when a patient or a person in front of you, if you're reading their behaviour, starts like doing all of that, or this, or like, or that, or doing that, they're trying to increase the blood flow to their blood flow to their brain because they're lying. Let's look at that again.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do.
There's disgust
He was
there.
getting worse towards the end.
A lot of hatred, anger, resentment, disgust. And a little smirk at the end for good measure. Oh, Bryce, you're spicy. Wow. What is your job?
I'm a grave digger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
I mean, that's not concerning. Grave digger. Did you dig Dr. Dekker's grave? I mean, like, seriously. Let's go with that.
Being a grave digger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent grave diggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is.
How competent do you have to be to
Anyway,
dig a
I'm not
grave?
as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
What's an extra hour? How competent do you need to be to dig a grave? Isn't it a case of just digging a square 6 feet hole? Like... And also, what's the extra hour? Let's ask him.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to...
I'm not supposed to look at him like this. I'm supposed to be professional.
An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Well, that's not freaking psychotic. Let's ask it.
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
I've got to combine Harvard. You can't say that when you're a professional psychiatrist. That's why I never made it in the workplace. I just say the things. There's no thing. I'm gonna be quiet now. Don't. No, come on. You got to tell me. I mean, he said it's because they don't have any excavators and they have to do it by hand. Otherwise, they might destroy a relic. What relic?
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately. We proclaimed the whole east side of
Forgot
the church
professional.
a protected site of archaeological importance. Which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
I mean, really, guys? God damn it. All of these people are suspicious. Tell me about Henley Church.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community.
Hence the relics.
I believe.
I get that.
They'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
What do you mean? What else would they want to do with it? Right, next question. Do you believe in Scientology? Does anyone in this chat, before I press this, does anyone in this chat a Scientologist? Also, in addition to that question, do you like pineapple on pizza? It's basically the same answer. King Lazy says nope.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
Me, personally, I believe in the great potato. You can do everything with a potato. It's proven. Science proven. You can make it into chips, mashed potato, sliced potato, potato dauphinoise, potato gratin, cube potato, parmentier potatoes, roast potato, baked potato. Like, I could keep going on. I've already listed 10 things off right away. I believe in the baked potato. The religion of spaghetti, oh lord. I'm not religious. What are we saying in chat? Nope, lol, and oh my god, I had that convo. Queen Lazy, did you get into some deep discussions? Did you get it deep? It's fine, this is a safe place. I'm a trained psychiatrist now. I don't believe it, but I know a bit about it, yes. Jinx, what do you know? Is this the caves and the girlfriends going missing? I know about all of this. A deep dive Scientology on TikTok for a while. I believe in the grey. Is this the grey matter? I believe in the brain. Is that what you mean? I like that. My mum is a potato. Let's go. I'm just writing this in my notes. Cannabis Clown's mother is Lord Potato. Got you. That means you're famous now. Anyway, back to Bryce. Yeah, I don't believe in religion. I'm going to go with yeah. I think you guys would agree.
Then we agree.
Zenu is almighty.
Zeitgeist, Doctor. Some of it is believable.
Alright, Lazy.
Religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong, and one of them has got it right.
I agree. I agree. Has anyone in this chat seen Zeitgeist? It's quite depressing. It's very, like... oh god! I'm talking about Zeitgeist.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time.
Why does the extra hour happen at midnight?
The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me.
So,
But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is.
King Lazy with the bitties, thank you so much. Sorry, Bryce, I was talking to my colleagues. King Lazy provided to the fund. So that I can help you, you're welcome. Now listen, King Lazy, thank you so much for those bitties, I appreciate that, mate. Totally in character. Sorry. Should we have a look back at that response, because I'm a bit suspicious about that. He thinks he's got 25 hours in a day. What would you guys do with 1 extra hour? And you're not allowed to say wank. Or anything that means that. Or sex. Right, you got to pick something that's not coital related. For 1 hour, what would you do? I would totally make a video. That would help so much. I'm not even kidding.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day.
But why does it happen at midnight? That's the point.
Until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time.
If it happens at midnight, you'd technically get an extra hour in bed and you'd be so rested.
The depression is no longer an issue.
Of course, because you get more sleep.
5 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is.
I mean...
What do you think, Doctor?
Will we tell him he's insane, chat? What do you want to do? Will we say, no, it's fine. Everyone gets an extra hour a day. Or will we tell him, listen, buddy, I think you may be a little bit deluded. What do you think we should tell him? King Lazy would smoke with Snoop in a secret hour club. But how would you get there? You'd have to relocate, wouldn't you? You'd probably have to move house. It'd be worth it. What if Snoop Dogg doesn't get the extra hour? What happens to people that don't get an extra hour? Does everyone get it? I'm going to ask. Does everyone get the extra hour? No, not going to let me ask. Queen Lazy says secret plan, I think. It's too confusing, isn't it? Are we all asleep and we don't know that we've got an extra hour? Should we stay awake and like try and find out? How would we find out? What if the clock just skipped on back? Now he's opened a can of worms, hasn't he? He's confused the chat. Right, let's ask him. What do you do in the extra hour?
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes
that's boring.
Chess against my...
For 1 hour, what would you do? I would totally make a video. That would help so much. I'm not even kidding.
It's a bizarre... It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
So he likes strategic games. Got you. Alright, Bryce. You're really rising up the ranks of suspicion. I never trust a chess player.
They have to trust me.
Rule number 2. Never trust a naked woman.
I have nothing.
I'm sorry. Don't trust the chess player. Because they're always usually more intelligent than me. And they're always planning their next move. Never trust a chess player. Oh no, right? He's boring, chess. No, but listen. These guys are meticulous. Don't trust them. And we can't tell him that we think he's insane. We just need to say no.
It'd be too early to make a diagnosis.
Oh shush, you're not a psychiatrist.
So anyway.
Right, we got it. Someone else? More questions? Let's ask him what he knows about the murder.
Yes, Dr. Dekker was murdered. Kel surprise. Another grave to dig. I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine.
I've got a point. Listen, hear me out, right? Hear me out, guys. If you worked as a gravedigger, and that was your job for 50 hours a week, you had to dig graves. Not only that, you don't have an excavator, you have no mechanical tools to do it, you have to dig it by hand, you have to do it in such a certain way as to not break the relics. You have to do this all day, every day in, day out, rain, wind, hail, snow, sun. Would you be going randomly just killing someone? Maybe actually, because you're already doing it, aren't you? Usually, oh fuck it, put her in Mary's grave. God. At first I thought maybe you wouldn't want to dig an extra grave, but listen, I am the queen of all shortcuts, so literally it'd be just be like, fuck her in Mary's grave, it's fine, no one will notice. Theory busted, right, let's go. Let's keep going on. Do you like chess?
I like chess.
Everyone gets Valium.
Sometimes when I can find enough.
Prescription for Valium for all.
More satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold.
See?
You saw.
See?
I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
What do you mean, the Queen? Guys, he's suspicious. I told you he's meticulous, but I don't know. Would he really risk his job and career by throwing another body in there? Would anyone notice? There's a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
I do like to be in control, but then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
I don't know if that's a sexual question or not. Do I like to be in control? Not really.
Dr. Dekker was very controlling, but he unraveled.
That's important. He unravelled.
After that,
Dr.
Doctor.
Dekker unravelled, had a potential drinking problem, was very flirty with the lady patients that we spoke to so far. Very flirty. To the point I think he went on extracurricular activities with them. I mean, we don't know what they did, but they haven't confirmed anything yet, but I'm just saying, a little bit suspicious. He had very out the way ideas, telling people to do things that they haven't confirmed yet, but they just said Dr. Dekker was very out there and outlandish and crazy with his thoughts and ideas. He doesn't seem like a very good victim, does he? Damn it. Right, how did Dr. Dekker unravel?
He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor. Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we?
I mean, how did he die? Right, that's going to be important, because if he died via bludgeoning, I'm saying it's him. You get me? Right, he's done with talking to us. I still don't think he's as suspicious as Elin. I really don't see someone who works as a gravedigger to be a murderer and give themselves more work. They're already doing it all day, every day. Unless the reason why they work there is from some sort of weird sexual fantasy. Maybe he's a necro. Oh shit. I have to check up Twitch terms of service. Right, last patient's name is called Nathan. No sudden noises, you might give him a fright.